behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Palm Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming your way. And as you notice, we got new glasses, by the way. Share with us your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. All you have to do is subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't done so already. And you will get notified of any interviews coming your way and episodes. And feel free to leave a comment on the comment section there, as I said. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PalmMashTV. And you can follow us there and comment on everything you see, even send us an inbox. And we also have email, palmmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist want to be on the show, or if you're just simply a fan, either way, we'd love to hear from you, so send us an email there. And all this is going to be recorded for you at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, we have Wes Brown today with us. Very talented artist, country artist, and I think you're really going to like this guy and the song that comes on after it. And we'll get to that in just a minute, but here's a quick word from Smile World TV, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Take a look at all of the types of shows we're seeking. Let us help you share your creativity. For more information, email us at smilepublishing007@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, swtvgetyourchannel.now.site.
Well, hello there. It's interview time again as promised, and with us from Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, we have Wes Brown with us today. Thank you for joining us, Wes.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Why don't we start by the obvious question? Tell us a little bit about your background, like how you got into music and became the artist that you are today.
Man, I'll tell you what. I started singing in a bar room at 12 years old. Okay, I started singing in a bar at 12, and every weekend of my life, I used to have a 7-piece band down in Atmore, Alabama, and did that every weekend of my life up until I was in my mid-20s. In my mid-20s, I bought into a bar and did about 3 more years. And I'll tell you what, I about burned myself out on the nightclubs and stuff. But I mean, my whole life's just been about singing for a living. You know what I mean? Which I also wailed. But I mean, nowadays I do full-time music, which that was, I mean, when I was 12, I'm 39 now. So I've been doing it for a minute. But now I've got to a point to where I produce my own music. Everything I put out, I do, everything on the studio, the production, everything of it, and, just doing the music thing, man.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you've had quite a career, and I hope you'll keep going for a long time.
Yeah.
Tell us something about some of the artists that you grew up with that influenced you, like in the mainstream world. I mean, I'm sure there's some artists that come up in your mind.
Well, Hank Jr. was a big influence to me when in my younger days. I actually lived with Vern Gosden. I don't know if you know who that Vern Gosden. I lived with him for like 6 months back in 2000. I think it was 2000 or 2001. Mm-hmm. And I recorded Chiseled in Stone. Me and him did that as a duet. So I mean that's probably the closest person that I've been, like, superstar, a country singer that, he was just he was a grumpy old man most of the time. That's what I thought because I was young. But if I could go back nowadays and relive that, there's a lot of different questions I'd ask him. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good. Vern Gosden, he was a pretty good country singer. He's a legend. I know I throw that term around loosely on my show about being a legend, but he definitely was one.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. He could sing. He could do his thing. Me and him, like I said, I was young when I was barely 20 years old back then, and thought I knew something. You know what I mean? Come to find out, I really thought I knew a lot until I hit my mid-30s, and still, I'm learning today. So, it's a marathon I'm running here. You know what I mean? It's not really like a overnight thing that happens. It's just steady. I did it. I did it for so many years, and then just here in the past handful of years have I started taking it serious and getting my music out there and really trying to move forward with it. You know what I mean? You can always go and work in a nightclub or something, pay your bills, keep your head above water. But, you really got to do some, I don't know, you got to get it out there now, and everything's changing so much these days. You know what? By the time you figure one of these social media or something, once you get settled on one, it changes, it seems like. So, I don't know. But
yeah, and obviously Hank Williams Jr. Well, Bo Sivas, he was another legend in his time. He still is. Well, if anybody's watching this interview right now, they may want to know how to get in contact with you or download your music, so forth. Why don't you give everybody where we can do it?
You can go to westbrownmusic.com. You can go to westbrownmusic.com. Or on Facebook. They can find me on Facebook at West Brown Music. And just about every TikTok, Instagram, it's real West Brown music. And then that's about how they can get in touch with me, just usually most people goes to the Facebook, you know what I mean? Goes to my music page, and you can contact and book and do whatever you need to do right there. Or you can go to my personal website, westbrownmusic.com. And I got merchandise and stuff like that on there,
Well, how about if we want to download your music?
Look, you can go to Spotify. Spotify, Apple, anywhere you can download music, you'll find my music. And you can download, Spotify.
Okay, so it's on all the streaming platforms then.
Yeah.
Do you have any physical copies of your work, by the way, or is it just?
Yeah. So if you want physical copies, you go to westbrownmusic.com. And you can order a CD there or whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, get to download his music. I know he'd love you for that.
Yeah.
And the video we're going to play by Wes today is called Like a Cowboy. And very awesome song, I think. I'm sure there's a story about it behind it, but it's probably self-explanatory too, but let us know.
I put probably over 140,000 miles on a Harley Davidson with the guitar on my back, going all over the place playing. And what started out as a divorce, and it turned out to be a pretty good marketing technique. When you pull up, you have some CDs in your saddlebags. You pull up, and if you got a guitar on your back when you walk in the nightclub or something, you see, everyone is going to expect you to bring your stuff in. You're on a motorcycle. Mm-hmm. It's unlike, I've always had a hard time selling myself. Does that make sense? I ain't never wanted to just show up at places and be like, oh, hey, y'all look at me, but it's just this tricky way of how, to market yourself. If you're going to do this as an independent artist, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, I'm still learning. Right now,
Okay.
But that song was wrote about me being because when you're on a motorcycle going about 80 or 90, if you don't lean kind of to the left, you'll end up in the ditch because that guitar acts like a tail fin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's where I come up with that song.
Okay. Well, as I said, it is a great song, and I know everybody out there is getting ready to watch it in just a moment. But before we get into that, I think that's all we need right now, Wes. But we thank you for coming on. We'd love to have you back again sometime if you have anything new to plug.
Sounds good. It was good coming on, bro.
All right. Well, here it is, Like a Cowboy from Wes Brown right here on Paul Mash TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Let me tell you a story. This is a true story about a boy from South Alabama. I live my life like a cowboy, riding from town to town. I've been as high as an eagle flies. I've been up, been down. If If I don't do what I want to do, I'll just pack it on up and ride. I live my life like a cowboy on this lonely cowboy's ride. I was born in Bowling Green, but I was raised down in Alabama. I get my pay singing up on the stage, and I travel all across this land. No guitar on my back like a tail fin, gotta lean with it when you ride. Fresh out of jail, Lord, done blew the bell, Lord, leaning on 65, headed north now. I live my life like a cowboy, riding from town to town. I've been as high as an eagle flies. Oh, Lord, I landed base birds on the ground. If I don't do what I want to do, I'll just pack it on up and I'll ride. I live my life like a cowboy, and I'm coming on down the line. No, no, no. I live my life like a cowboy, riding from town to town. I've been as high as an eagle flies. I've been up, I've been down. If I don't do what I want